If you've ever thought your holiday season was chaotic, let me raise you one catastrophic Christmas. It started, as all disasters do, with good intentions. I met Turner, 31 years old, single, caffeine-dependent graphic designer, decided this year was finally going to be different. No more takeout pizza on Christmas Eve. No more rewatching Die Hard alone in sweatpants. I was going to host an actual Christmas party. With food, decorations, people. What could possibly go wrong? Well, everything. My idea was simple. Invite a few friends, cook something edible, maybe even impress my neighbor Emma, the gorgeous, perpetually busy book editor who smiled like Christmas lights. The first sign of trouble came when I went grocery shopping. Somewhere between the frozen turkeys and the cranberry sauce, I realized I had absolutely no idea how to cook. None. I panic bought a turkey that could feed a small village, a bag of potatoes the size of my car, and enough cheese to open a deli. When I got home, I proudly dropped the turkey on the counter. It made a sound like a bowling ball, frozen solid. You know how the internet says, just let it thaw naturally in the fridge. Yeah, that would be taken approximately until next Christmas. So I googled faster ways to thaw a turkey and found a forum thread titled Desperate Dad's Holiday Hack. It suggested using a bathtub full of warm water. It sounded stupid. I did it anyway. There I was, sitting in my bathroom at midnight, wearing a Santa hat, watching a 20-pound turkey float next to my rubber duck. That's when Emma knocked on my door. Hey, your wee fist down, can I borrow your connection for a bit? I froze. Unlike the turkey, sure, I yelled, then realized what that meant. She'd have to come in. I frantically tried to block her view of the bathroom, but of course, she noticed. She stared. Then she started laughing so hard she nearly cried. Are you giving your turkey a bath? Hydrating, I said weakly. It's a spa treatment. She laughed for 2 full minutes. I wanted to disappear, but she ended up staying for coffee. And weirdly, it was kind of nice. By Christmas Eve, my apartment looked half decent. I'd managed to decorate without electrocuting myself. The turkey now thawed was in the oven. Friends were coming. Emma had even promised to drop by to see if the turkey survived. Everything was going well, until it wasn't. At 6 p.m., my oven died. Just poof. Gone. The turkey sat there, raw and smug. I panicked. I called my mom. Microwave it, she suggested. Mom, it's 20 pounds. Then do small pieces at a time. I hung up. I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown when the doorbell rang. It was Emma holding a tray of cookies and wearing the coziest Christmas sweater I'd ever seen. Smells like panic in here, she said cheerfully. I explained the oven situation, expecting sympathy. Instead, she grinned. Let's improvise. We ended up cutting the turkey into smaller pieces, wrapping them in foil, and cooking them on the balcony grill. In the snow, the neighbors joined in. Someone brought mulled wine. Someone else had a Bluetooth speaker blasting Christmas music. Before I knew it, the whole building was outside, laughing, grilling turkey, and singing off key carols under the fairy lights. It was chaos. It was freezing. It was perfect. Even Mrs. Henderson from 3B, the one who yelled when people breathed too loudly, showed up with her cat in a Santa hat. And somewhere between serving slightly burnt turkey and sharing a bottle of wine, Emma leaned in and whispered, "You know, this might be the best Christmas I've had in years." I woke up the next morning surrounded by half-empty mugs, cookie crumbs, and a rubber duck wearing a Santa hat. The place was a mess. My turkey looked like it had fought in a war. But my heart, full. Then there was a knock. Emma again. She held to coffees and smiled that smile that could melt frost. So same time next year? She asked. I grinned. Only if you help me bake the turkey. She laughed. Deal. That night, as snow began to fall again, I thought about how weirdly magical it all was, how my total disaster of a Christmas had turned into the best one of my life. It wasn't about the perfect dinner, or the decorations, or even the gifts. It was about laughter, chaos, and people coming together. And maybe, just maybe, about a guy who finally stopped watching Christmas movies alone.